Here's 3 signs that your child is revising for their GCSE science, but they're not actually learning anything. So the first sign is that they're using passive methods rather than actual active recall. So this means that they're highlighting stuff in their notes. This means that they're reading a lot, probably a revision guide, and they're watching lots of videos online, but they're not actually doing anything actively to remember the information or to understand the information. And the way to combat this is to get them to actively make things like flashcards, mind maps, that kind of thing. Secondly, they can repeat the facts that they've memorized to you, but they can't give you an explanation. Okay, so again, this goes back to we've memorized all these facts. I remember them, but I can't explain the concept. So the way to fix this is to get a good understanding, a deep understanding of a new concept, and to be able to teach that concept to you as a parent or a carer, as if you're the teacher. So pretend you're the teacher, and this is something that my students do in my classes. Pretend you're the teacher, teach the concept. The third thing is when they have a particular question type that they have memorized, okay, and then the question type changes. So the describe question might change to an explain question. And so they can do the describe question because they've memorized the answer, but when it comes to the explain question, they're struggling and they're getting a bit stuck. Again, this comes back to they've memorized answers that they've come across before, but they haven't actually looked at how do I adjust this answer to answer an explain question rather than a describe question using the same information. So these are 3 key reasons that students are spending hours and hours revising but not actually picking up the marks. And this is something that we fix in my weekly GCSE science classes. My name's Sophia, I run a company called Pineapple Tuition. If this tip was helpful to you, follow me for more.